Hello, buddy. This is Kyrix with more This Week in Kyrix, I guess. Today is Wednesday, April 5th of 2017, and oh boy, Heroclix was a thing today. Lots of things were a thing today. Oh god. For starters, today was a day where I had to go to the Social Security office, which was not fun. Why was it not fun? Because I did it on no sleep. The gist of it was I got a thing about my disability saying, yeah, we're not renewing it. So of course I could, I had the option to appeal the decision. There we go. That's the correct terminology. And I chose to do so. Well, my thing said, you can appeal, but if you appeal within 10 days, you have the option to try and appeal and keep your benefits. Which, obviously was what I wanted to do. So, to do that, I had to get my sorry ass up there at around 8:30. As it is, I got there at 8:34, and that difference meant about a half an hour of waiting. You know, after... Because the thing is, they don't open till 9, but you can basically pre-line up. And, yeah, it was... Oh, boy. Oh, coffee. Coffee, coffee, coffee. Coffee, coffee, coffee. So, yeah, I spent about 3.5 hours up at that fucking office. Oh, my God, you don't even know. Willow. Get down. Good girl. But everything went well, and why are you smacking her butt? The dog is just putting her paw on Willow's butt and digging a hole through it. Quit. Quit. She doesn't want that, I don't think. I don't think she wants that. She seems relaxed, but then again, Willow's always relaxed. It's kind of her natural state. It's one of the most chill cats I've ever seen. But anyway, I had recently picked up the Ahsoka novel from the library, and I read that while I was up there. Almost got through the whole thing, just finished it like an hour ago on the toilet, you know. Like you do. Oh, that's why I stopped doing what I was doing. That's a good reason. Slish, slish. Slush, slush. Slush. Need a better sword. Oh god. Sloosh. Sloosh. Anyway. So, it was very up in the air if I was even gonna make it to Heroclix. Oh, thank you, Willow. She's got my finger in her paw and keep my hand close so she can lick it. Willow's a very sweet little girl. But, because I didn't get out of there until frickin' 12:30. And I didn't get home until almost 1. Not that I live that far away, but when you're working on no sleep, which is an exaggeration, I had about 20 minutes of sleep that night. But yeah, no sleep. So I told one of the guys who called, I'm like, I don't know if I'll make it. It depends on how much sleep I get between now and then. I got enough. I got about 2 hours. On top of the half hour I already had, so... 2.5 hours for me, that's a decent amount of sleep for a tournament. Yeah, right. And the funny thing is, I was actually excited about this one, even though it was a Gen Con prep, which is 300 points Modern Age. Longtime viewers of this, which do not exist, but let's pretend you do. But longtime viewers of this will know that, hey Kyrix, I thought you said 300 points is not your format. It is not. I'm garbage at 300. But I finally got to play Shang-Chi and try my trick, which works out really well, actually. But that was the whole reason I was excited to go. My team, for those who care, you know, that huge Heroclix fan base that I fucking have, implying that I have a huge anything fan base. But, Shang-Chi, the LE, from the Heroes for Hire set, I guess. Because they have like mini 3-figure mini sets, and I think it was from Heroes for Hire. But Shang-Chi Ellie, Captain Boomerang, that's Owen Mercer from The Flash with the Outsiders team ability. Speed Freak from Civil War. Good figure that. He was, the funny thing is Speed Freak was a last-minute addition that turned out to be integral to the team. But we'll get to that in a minute. So Speed Freak was on the team. Joe Costa from Ultron, Age of Ultron, was equipped to him to give him a couple more options. Worked out really well, I think. Speed Freak and Joe Costa ended up really making that team what it was. The super rare Green Lantern from Joker's Wild. And the symbiote item and Ms. Lion from the Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends team base. Ms. Lion being a misleading name in that Ms. Lion is a male, but that's neither here nor there. Anyway, Ms. Lion is what I refer to as the dog pog. He is a one-click, basically a bystander token with keywords. He's got like a 6 movement with the sidestep ability, so he's not going anywhere fast. A 16 combat reflexes, which means in melee he's got an average defense of 18. He has a 1 damage with shape change, which makes him mildly annoying to hit. And most importantly, he has an 8 attack, which he ain't hitting shit with. And Blade's Claw's Fangs, which normally would really make him, but the problem is his Blades is special in that he rolls the d6 to replace his damage and then minuses 3 with a minimum of 1. So I'm maxing out at 3 damage with Blades, which for a 15-point figure is not bad. Now, from the start, Ms. Lion was intended to be filler on my team. I actually had the option of Ms. Lion or a Thug from the Spider-Man, Superior Foes of Spider-Man set. I opted for Ms. Lion, both because it's one of the only things in that team base that I would never use otherwise. And it was kind of silly to bring Ms. Lion, because I'm one of the few people who has the figure, and none of us are stupid enough to use him, because he's fucking garbage. Turns out, not so garbage. In my first round, he played serious tie-up. He got in Terror's face and kept him out of the battle for the game, until I was ready for him. Because every time the guy would try and swing on him with Terror, I would roll Shape Change, and if I didn't make Shape Change, I would just dodge by like 1. So Ms. Lion actually did quite a bit. And Ms. Lion was only taken out because I crit missed and did the 1 damage that Ms. Lion was capable of taking and killed him. Funny thing is, that player got 2 kills off me. One was Ms. Lion, the other one was Captain Boomerang, and both were because of critical misses, although in the case of Captain Boomerang, he put him on his last click before I crit missed. So he did the work, I just finished it. Now, Ms. Lion did not go down like a punk. Ms. Lion actually scored a kill in that fight, that kill being Deadpool. Tore his fucking throat out. I had been beating him up with Shang-Chi. I'm like, you know what, Ms. Lion's adjacent. I'll take a swing, roll Blades. Blades roll was a 5, which means I did 2 damage, and that was enough for the kill. I think I went with that because I think Deadpool was on a regen click and I didn't want him healing that turn. So Ms. Lion got a kill before he crit missed himself. So that actually worked out pretty well for me. Second round, I played the guy who actually needed the practice for Gen Con, who was acting as the judge, because our normal judge couldn't make it. I think it was a plumbing issue. That's what he told Anubis anyway. Or at least that's what I got from the text. So he was acting judge. We had 5 people. We did 4 rounds, so I played almost everybody. I didn't get to play the guy who showed up last and made it a 5-round tournament. And I really wanted to. I think I could have beaten him. But I lost this guy to the judge for this, the temporary judge, shall I say. There we go. That's what I fucking need. That's not even worth selling, honestly. So I lost to him, and I lost badly. I didn't get a single point. That put me in the buy round for round 3, so I just kind of read my book and talked with the people at the store. You know, read some Ahsoka. And 4th round, I got to play the kid, who was off his game today. You know, normally he's really good. Today he was off his game. I think he was just kind of done with the whole thing by the time we got to round 4. You know? Because, he made a lot of really stupid mistakes. His team was the Turtle from The Flash, Metallo from, I don't know, I want to say World's Finest, but I could be wrong, and Anti-Venom, which I believe was from Superior Foes. Metallo has a power where you give him a free action, and you either give him an attack power of your choice, or +1 to every stat. And if he had read that power and used it sooner, he could have killed Miss Lion pretty much effortlessly. You know, because Miss Lion has no damage reduction, and poison would kill him instantly, freeing Metallo up to swing on whoever he damn well pleased. Which the kid did not do. Secondly, for those who don't know, Turtle's ability is... and this affects everyone on the map, regardless of where he is, as long as he's alive. If you move 5 squares or more, you get a second action token, so you basically take push damage every time you move fast. The idea being, Turtle allows you to control the battlefield and keep people locked down. Turtle never should have been anywhere near my figures. It should have been his point to leave Turtle in the starting area and engage me with the other 2 figures. Instead, not only did he move Turtle up with the other 2, but Turtle was the closest, so that only opened him up even further. Speed Freak ran up, hit him, dragged him into Shang-Chi's face, and I think I actually killed him with Captain Boomerang, but you know what I'm... basically, he would have been mincemeat. Couldn't do anything to Metallo for the longest time, but I managed to get... beat up Anti-Venom a bit, and then Ms. Lion based him, and bladed him, rolling a 6, so he did 3. And Ms. Lion killed frickin' Anti-Venom. You know? The kid managed to kill Ms. Lion when it occurred to him, hey, Metallo has poison. Unfortunately, it occurred to him too late to save Anti-Venom. So, again, if he had been on the ball, Ms. Lion never would have gotten that attack. You know, but, live and learn. Miss Lion ended up being the only kill he got from me all tournament. And I ended up pulling, I believe, 3rd place overall. Was it 4th place and it bumped up to 3rd? Either way. It was a pretty fun tournament, considering that I hate 300-point format. All in all, I had a lot of fun with it. I have recently, as of this morning, and maybe last night, I don't remember, but last night meaning Monday night, because remember, I tend to record these a lot of times at around midnight on Wednesday morning. So, for me, it's still Tuesday. Even though it's quite objectively not Tuesday. But again, resumed Metal Gear The Phantom Pain. So that's a thing that I'm back on the ball with. Been working on some other stuff on the side. You know, typical shit. And all in all, it's been pretty fun. I've been having decent everything, I guess. Let's dig these out. Fuck it, let's go for 3 of these. Do I have any copper ore for here? I do not, so they must be here. Yes, right there. But yeah, I'm done reading Ahsoka. Thursday I should be going up to my mom's, both because I'm going to be in the neighborhood to drop the pets at the vet, and because just to see mom for a minute. Today, later on, I've got... Apparently, the roommate told me that Wendy's nearby is doing open job interviews today. So I'm going to do that. Hopefully I'll land something. You know, it'd be nice. Have some fucking stability in my life. So yeah, that's the plan. Hit up Wendy's. Oh, I don't even remember what this was, but this makes me sad. But, yeah, gonna hit up Wendy's. Gotta get to the library, because at least 5 of the books that I've reserved, and I've reserved like 20 books, have arrived today. Specifically, the Genghis series by Con Eagledon, which I may or may not have gushed about before, but I fucking love his series on Genghis Khan. And all the books are in today, all 5 or 6 of them, so that's gonna be awesome for me. I'll probably stop reading the War of the Roses and just get into Genghis, because I'm not getting invested in the War of the Roses because I don't give a shit. And when you read about friggin' Rome with the Caesar series, or the Emperor series rather, which is about Caesar's Rome and so on, you know, that's removed to ancient society and so on. When you read about Genghis Khan, that's removed because it's a different ancient society, etc. When you read the War of the Roses, it takes place in the worst period of fucking Christian atrocities. Minor spoiler, early on in the book, like in the first, I'm gonna say 6 chapters, you get the perspective of this man in France who is basically a Jewish moneylender. And everyone's treating him like shit because he's Jewish, etc. And he's throwing this party because he's one of the richest people in France, and he has all the nobles there from England and France who are in the area. And these fucking guards come up and they're like, oh, we're accusing you of heresy, come with us. And no one will fucking stick up for him. And he's... When I first read it, I misread it. Because in the following chapter it talks about him, you know, walking after his imprisonment or whatever. And I'm thinking, oh, they beat the shit out of him and let him go. No, he's walking to his execution. You know? But they fucking tortured him and abused him, tried to make him confess to something he didn't fucking do. Like, oh, you practice Jewish witchcraft. And fucking nobody stood up for him. Which is exactly the kind of thing that happened in that period. And I'm not a big fan of religion to begin with, but the religion we have today is a far cry from the fucking monstrous shit that they got away with in that era. And here is a glaring example of everything, every reason I hate that kind of shit. So, to have that in there with these characters that I don't care about to begin with just makes it worse for me. You know what I mean? It's just one of those things. It's stupid, but I'm going with it. Oh, give me this. So yeah, I'm probably gonna stop reading War of the Roses unless it gets real good real fucking fast. And then resume with Genghis, just because I like that series a lot more, because the characters are fucking likable. I want to stress that the fucking marauding barbarians who enslaved, well not enslaved, but conquered like 80% of the fucking known world at the time were more likable than the English people in the War of the fucking Roses. Ah, oh, cranberries, that's what they were. Or no, tomatoes. Shit, did I get more than one harvest out of those? Also, it occurs to me that planting those coffee seeds is a complete waste of a crop. Oh well. It happens sometimes. Don't even know why I'm bothering with half this shit, but maybe the blueberries will come in. They'd have come in a lot fucking more if I hadn't been a retard and actually watered my crops. You know? Okay. Shit happens. I'm just... Well, no, this is sprinkler I'm about to say. I'm gonna just skip the tomatoes because fuck them. But they watered themselves because sprinkler. But yeah, War of the Roses just isn't doing it for me. What the hell's... Oh, the Summer End Festival's the jellyfish. I'm gonna skip it. I've shown it before. I've never particularly cared for the Jellyfish Festival just because it takes place at like 10 at night, which requires me to spend a lot of time doing bullshit. You know? Wish I had some gold ore, but that's not gonna happen, is it? Yeah, the final day of this thing is probably just gonna be wake up, harvest what's there, and then leave the rest alone kind of thing. Okay, another fucking chicken statue. Do those serve a purpose, or are they just decorative? Also, I never did figure out what the hell these things are all about. Beginning to suspect they're not about anything, they just kind of exist. Well, what do I know? Nothing. That's what I fucking know. Seeds. Oh yeah, I gotta sell shit, don't I? Alright, let's just do my things. Alright, with any luck, blueberries are gonna be in, which will be good for me. And if not, then I just turn around and go back to bed. Yup, there they are. Good stuff. Yeah, well, I'm gonna miss it. Don't care. I've got my own personal file to care about shit like that in. And even then, I still don't. God, my personal file has a fucking factory farm from hell. I've got fucking 4 big plots of 192 crop spaces that are auto-watered with my sprinkler systems. Plus 6 more of these little 8 blocks like the one with this quality sprinkler, and a hothouse, fucking greenhouse, full of, I don't even know what to call them, ancient plants. You know, the ancient fruit plants. And that's gonna be where my money is, because once a week those things produce fruits, and the fruits are like 250 each. And that's if you get the low quality ones. And they will grow every day, well not every day, but they will grow forever because they're in the greenhouse. But even if they weren't, they grow during spring, summer, and fall. So, yeah. They only stop in the winter. But that's the end of that. Hope to see you all next week with some interesting news. Here's hoping. Bye-bye, everybody.